Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are doing so well. Today, I want to share with you my thoughts about limiting beliefs. So you might say, what is a limiting belief? Perhaps you haven't heard of them. Well, a limiting belief is something that we tell ourselves that could be holding us back or limiting us from our potential. But maybe we should take a big step back and talk about what a belief is. So I don't know how much time you've spent thinking about this, but I hope that from here on out, you really do consider your beliefs going forward because they are so, so powerful. And ultimately, a belief is really a thought that we've thought many times that sometimes has been really deeply coded within our conscious and subconscious minds that really impact our reality. They impact the way we see ourselves, they impact the way we see other people, and they impact the way we see the world and what's possible for us. So a lot of real important things come from our beliefs. So today's focus is on those limiting beliefs. Those are the beliefs that tell us that we can't do something or have something or be something or do something. And I challenge you to really investigate those beliefs and decide which of them are serving you. And what do I mean by that? I mean, what beliefs and what stories are you telling that are helping you to live life to the fullest, and which ones are holding you back? So the first part is really a bit of self-reflection, taking a look at the beliefs that you hold. And one of the easiest ways to do this is to think about, what do I believe about myself? And you may or may not have done this kind of introspective work before, but it's never a bad time to start. So what do I believe about myself? Well, there was a time when I believed that I wasn't a runner. And one of the parts of investigation is to decide where that belief comes from. And as I was investigating this one in particular, the reason I started looking at it in the first place was the idea that I had heard so much about runners high, about the amazing aerobic impact that running can have on your life. But I was not a runner, so I believed. And I looked at the origin. Where did this come from? Well, it came from middle school. I remember like it was yesterday, although it was not, running on a middle school track. And a middle school track is half the size, or at least mine was half the size of a normal track. And I remember like it was yesterday, trudging through a mile run. I mean, just like one foot in front of the other, thinking, I hate this. This is horrible. Why would anybody do this? Yuck. And I can remember my gym teacher at the time, my coach, Jamie Smith from Westview Middle School. She told me about doing a granny run. She would yell at us from the sidelines, just do a granny jog. And, if you think about that, that's just barely moving forward. So that's what I had in my mind was this granny jog, but I hated it. I hated every single minute. And that moment, that day, I decided, I chose to have a belief within my mind that I was not a runner and that I did not want to do any kind of running. So fast forward, here I am as an adult. I'm hearing all of these benefits, but I have prevented myself from really trying it because I decided a long time ago that I wasn't a runner. What if I decided that actually wasn't true? That 12-year-old self that decided something about me at the age that I am now, or was then when I started, probably it would have been about 10 years ago or so, I decided to adjust my belief. It was limiting me. It was preventing me from trying something. And if you really think about it, that's so silly. If I wanted to do something, why wouldn't I just say, hey, that story is incorrect. That belief that I've held is not true. So I changed the belief and I decided that I could give it a try. And lo and behold, obviously 10 years later, I love running. I'm not suggesting that you have to love running. I'm suggesting that you look at the things that you believe about yourself and decide if they are ultimately serving you or holding you back. So having a bit of self-reflection about those things that you have always believed about yourself or about the world or about the life that you get to have, and decide, where does it come from and is it ultimately serving you? Because if in fact you find that it is not, secret alert, you can change it. You decide how your life gets to go, and your beliefs are an amazing, amazing starting point. Okay, what else can we do with these limiting beliefs? And obviously this is going to take some time and some practice to really understand what beliefs you hold and deciding whether or not they work for you. But once you've kind of done some introspection, you can take those new beliefs, the new stories that you want to put in place, and you can put positive affirmations. So when I started the conversation, I talked about how a belief is just a thought that you think over and over again. Well, you can retrain your brain, truly recreate the connection points within your brain's biology to create a new story, to tell a new tale, to tell your body that things are different now, that you actually believe something new. And one of the ways that you can do that is through positive affirmations. So things like going through my day as I'm preparing for a run, for example, I can say to myself, I am able to run. I am a capable runner. Do I have to run fast? No, I do not. Do I have to do it every day? No, I do not. Do I love it? Yes, I do. I love running. So I have replaced the coded belief that I had stored in my brain from the time I was 12 years old of one, I hate running, I don't want to do it, this is terrible, to one of this clears my soul. This is a meditative state for me. This is something that I look forward to. This is something that now when I see a runner on the street, oh, I wish that could be me. So I say positive affirmations all the time about what a great runner I am. And interestingly enough, I actually do still pull Jamie Smith up in my brain. If ever I'm having a hard time, I just say to myself, all you have to do is a granny jog. So if you ever see me out on the road and I am struggling, know that I am thinking, just do a granny jog, just pull through. So those positive affirmations about your new belief will help to re-implant the new belief into your mind. So we've got that. We've got a lot of positive affirmations. Now to my favorite way to overcome limiting beliefs and to get new beliefs instilled within your mind is living as if. I'm sure you've heard me say this a million times, and I assume that I'm going to say it a million times more. But what if you put yourself in a state of already having it, already being, let's say in our example, a runner? What would it feel like? What benefits could you get from it? What kinds of things would you do? What kinds of things would you buy? Would you sign up for races? How would you feel after an incredible run? Putting yourself into that state outside of doing it, you can live as if. You can put your mind on how you want it to be. And the cool part about this particular exercise is that you go into it with no limitations, no restrictions. You have all of the resources you need, all of the time that you need, all of the support that you need. So as you're going into this exercise of living as if, do it as if there are limitless possibilities for you to enjoy it or to experience it. This is my favorite exercise to do, and I actually practice this every single day. Every single day, I look at the things that are preventing me from getting to where I want to go, being who I want to be, doing what I want to do, and I look at those and I investigate them. And anything that tells me that I can't have or do what I want, I decide is a limiting belief that doesn't serve me. I structure my beliefs in a way that says that I can do, I can have, I can be. So more examples of this, some things that I'm working on right now. I am an exceptional mother. How does that look? How does that feel? How do my kids react to me? So this exercise and these practices around removing your limiting beliefs can apply to everything because this is your one and precious life. You get to decide how it goes. You get to decide that it can be limitless possibilities for you. And the more that we connect with the things that we desire and the unique callings of our heart, the more we can show up as we're meant to. And like I say many times, this is how we heal the world. So I hope this look into limiting beliefs and how you can remove them from your psyche has been helpful today. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again. Love, Lisa Owen.